right?
Hello, one, hello, all. Welcome to this. I want to say that this is 1,001 movies you must see before you die, but we're, we're, we both actually have the same book in hand, which is 101 sci-fi movies you must see before you die. Uh,
Son of a bitch.
Today's director spans a lot, so he's definitely in the 1,001 book. But we'll get to his illustrious career. But before that, joining me as always is Dino of the Late Late Horror Show. Dino,
Hello, people. How are you? Nice to see y'all again.
how's
Uh,
how's life live for you? Because I know it's been a while since you've been
oh,
live.
I'm in a little dark hole. It's hard for me to get out of in the morning. But yeah, how many days now? Like 80 maybe or something
I
like
think
that.
it's 83. I think you only have
I'm
one
counting them
week.
down. It's a long
Um,
time before I can go live.
so
Yeah,
Felix in the chat counting down to the minute. Hope we're good.
he's
White
new.
Tim, what's up? Nude. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
Felix is new,
What the
but you
party
do
can.
got a beard, Felix. So hey.
Yeah, they're asking if these copies are Felix's. No, Felix. I literally handed him his copy back in a baseball
Oh,
game. Yeah.
yeah.
Good morning, Skulder. Good morning. Wow.
Oh.
No.
Sculptor.
And Felix is saying my copy wasn't good enough for him. The new one comes out in October, so I'm all about that new one.
Yeah, I may even get a
You
copy. What
better,
the
Dino.
hell?
Fuck, this series
Yeah.
is pretty long running. That, and we got to get the right book for the.
It's a
This.
little, yeah, yeah.
What's funny is I got this
Anyways,
for both of us, and they were supposed to be 101 horror movies you see before you die, and they both were sent wrong. Both receipts said horror, and both were sci-fi. So
my guess is they had an overabundance or overstock
yeah,
of the sci-fi books,
yeah,
and they said nobody's going to worry about sending this back.
yeah,
Let's just ship these ones out.
yeah. Which is
Rip off.
partially true because the books were
Yeah,
$2. The shipping
yeah,
was
yeah.
more than the book, so fuck it. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about Steven Spielberg. He does have quite a few sci-fi. He has quite a few movies that you consider action. Quite a few, a couple you'd consider horror, and some drama. Dino, why don't you let me know
Lots of drama.
about your special relationship with Steven Spielberg? Is there anything of his that jumps out to you?
Oh God, I mean, mostly the older stuff.
Oh wow, Dino's talking about older movies. That's so
Hey,
crazy.
even the Money Pit, Tom Hanks, Shelley Long. I
Wait,
mean, I love all that early stuff. I
the
mean,
Money Pit. He directed that?
no, he was executive producer in that.
Oh,
You know
look
what?
at you go.
Hold on, I'm going to
EP
have to.
credits.
Yeah, let me get to the director credits here.
Yeah, we're not talking about stuff that he made money off of. We're talking about stuff that he
I
told
know,
people
but
what to do and.
right. No, I mean, we'll get to the movies here. They're on the list.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get to the list.
It's funny. He's got a hell like. If it weren't for IMDb, I wouldn't know about everything before Duel. And there's a ton of shit apparently. A bunch of TV
Right.
episodes. Then an episode of Columbo. That's pretty funny. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
A couple shorts, which one of his shorts was titled Amblin, which that's the name. That was the name of his production company for a while.
And he did a segment on Night Gallery too,
That I am not familiar with.
called Eyes. Yeah,
Okay.
and I did not know that until I just now looked at the good old IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Night Gallery is a very good show. If you like Rod Serling and his storytelling and Twilight Zone, man, Night Gallery's a good watch.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Um,
anyways,
Yeah, so his first movie, which technically I guess is a TV movie, is Duel. Wait, we escaped. You needed to look at his director credits. What of his jumps out at
oh,
you? Because you're talking about old stuff, and I'm looking at it, and like, I don't, with the exception of Jaws, I don't like. He doesn't get on my radar until the '80s.
well, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Indiana Jones stuff. I
Those were all
mean,
'80s.
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of 1941. I watched it once, and
No, me neither. I don't care too much. I mean, it was okay,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, lower on the list.
And-
Oh, the frickin' dog.
oh, it's your turn.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I mean Schindler's List definitely hits me hard. That's actually up there as one of my favorite films of all time. I love that film. I
The guy's a
really do.
filmmaker, man.
Oh,
He knows what the fuck he's doing.
when he goes head first in the shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, he can get stuff done, that's for sure.
Um, so I don't have the 1001 because for the sake of having a discussion where we could both reference something, I'll ask you, Dino, and it's kind of unfair to Spielberg, who's a wide, varied director. How
Mhm.
many Spielberg films do you think are in the 101 sci-fi films you must see before you die?
Okay, and I have not looked.
Hmm.
I'm going to guess that no, I haven't.
Okay, no,
Seriously haven't.
I
In this book here, I'm going to guess four. I'm going to guess there's four movies,
are you guessing which
sci-fi
four?
wise.
Or do you want to do it as we get along?
Yeah, let's do it that way
Okay.
because
All right. So,
my mind is old.
yeah, and
So,
my brain is old. What's up, Dice, Sandra, John Calistanton? John, good to see you again. Hope everything's good.
Yes.
Anthony Winter, what's up?
Evening all,
Yeah.
my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
Have a party.
Welcome back, my friends, to this show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside. Come inside.
The ladder. What?
Come inside.
Come inside. Come inside.
See the show. What is that? That's ELO? No, that's not ELO. That's Emerson, Lake and Palmer, right?
There you go.
Is
yeah.
it right?
ELO. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Two different bands, but
I was ELP, ELNP.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah.
Felix will know. He knows his music. But anyways.
Oh, if we had Beth in here, Beth would have.
Oh yeah, Beth too.
Before all that. All right, so we'll try to dodge the stuff that doesn't seem sci-fi-ish. Well, I mean, it's Spielberg. We'll talk about him briefly, but we're going to try to guess the movies of his that are must-see in the sci-fi category.
In the heyday and the present.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Duel was 1971. Again, a TV movie. Some would say a bit of a precursor to stuff like Joyride. A big chase movie. Dino, are you familiar with Duel?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at 15 different things. You know what? And don't ask me why. I'm looking at Duel, and I have not seen that film.
Well, drop the man-on-man porn window for a little bit.
I know that's. I had to drop my Pornhub. I like to watch it as we're bantering back and forth,
dude,
for many different reasons.
Yeah, you porn, and then maybe some RedTube, Chatterbait to get that streamception going.
Yeah, what's the triple for? Whatever. Pornhub, YouPorn. I forget the third one. Red something.
RedTube.
But anyways,
I said it.
Is that it? RedTube?
Chatterbait.
RedTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I get it. Okay, go ahead. Pink tube, more likely. What?
Yeah, purple tube, purple tipped pink tube. Yeah.
Purple
So anyway,
tube and blue balls.
Spielberg,
What? Oh.
you haven't
Okay,
seen.
yeah.
You haven't seen Duel. Duel is not a sci-fi movie. I certainly wouldn't say it's must see. It's
And you've seen it.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's if you've seen Joyride with Paul Walker. I mean, granted, it's a modernized version, but it's a truck chasing. It's a thriller with a big truck.
Ooh. How fancy.
Yeah, it is ELNP. Thank you, Raiders and Sandra. Cody in the chat. What's up, Cody? I can't
Cody
shake you
Leach.
today.
What's up? He says Minority Report better be on that list.
Who? Where?
Cody says that.
I don't see that. How come I don't see that? Isn't that chat?
Yeah. Minority Report better be on there. I'm not sure.
I see Yo Mofos is what I say. Oh, now it came up. Jesus
Christ, what's going on there, huh?
Yeah. All right.
It's freaking party. Sorry, if you guys hear stuff in the background, there's a party going on, people staying over, dogs barking.
Yeah, same here. That's why
Cookies
I left
in the oven. I think the fire alarm will probably go off in a minute.
There's porn going on in the background.
There's that. Oh, jeez. Keep that on mute. But
yeah. It's we're not focusing on audio quality here. So Duel not a thriller, not a sci-fi movie, and I would sincerely doubt it's a must see.
Oh, AI definitely, Ben Grimm. Oh, we're
Oh,
getting ahead of
we're getting there. We're
ourselves.
getting there. We're getting
Getting
there.
ahead of ourselves.
All right. So the Sugarland Express. I have
Son of
not
a
seen.
bitch.
Dino. That's a
I
'70s movie. You better have seen it.
What? I got to see all the
It's old.
70s
It's
films?
old.
It's an old film. I should see it. No, no. You know, honestly, I got to get to Jaws. I haven't seen
Okay.
nothing before
Okay.
that.
All
So,
right. So I haven't seen Sugarland Express as well. I think I'm gonna click on it and cause a bit of a delay. I think that has Goldie Hawn in it, if I'm not mistaken. And
oh
it
yeah.
does. It does. And a woman attempts to reunite her family by helping her husband escape prison and together kidnapping their son. But things don't go as planned when they are forced to take a police hostage on the road. Sounds
Wow.
intriguing enough.
Yes, mystery, right? Yeah.
Mystery, as
Mystery, an
Sigmund would say.
action mystery.
See, this is what happens when I click off. I lose the director link. Okay, so Sugarland Express. Neither of us have seen it. Can you tell how?
Fuego.
What's up,
What's
Fuego?
going on?
What's up? Yeah, you're getting the chat thing way before me.
Oh, yeah. You and your delays. What's up, Fuego man?
2001, Sandra. That's Kubrick.
Wrong
Yeah,
director.
boy, you wish we should cover Kubrick.
Oh, definitely. I would, see, I would have lots to say about Kubrick for sure.
Dino, you seem to always have a lot to say about the thing that we're not doing. Oh man, if we were talking about straight porn, I would I would have way more things to say.
No,
It's
just how it goes.
yeah. No,
Whatever.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but Dino, Dark Phoenix. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna want to see that for some Brie Larson goodness, some yay feminism in that.
Keep your
movie.
fingers crossed for Tuesday.
Okay.
You may get a big surprise on my channel involving Brie Larson.
Oh, something big hits the surface on Tuesday.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah. Oh, that.
Anyways.
Yeah. Nice tease. I like that. All right. So here we go. 1975. Jaws. I don't know if you could say it's sci-fi, but we'll throw it in the group right now.
You're not sure if you can call it it's not sci-fi.
It's horror. It's horror.
It's horror, but it's not sci-fi.
Well, let me
Unless
check.
somewhere deep in the storylines Jaws was put here by an alien race.
Tell me about your experience with it, Dino, and then I'll tell you what the book says about.
Oh, my experience with Jaws is, I definitely love the film. We can go way back when I was a kid watching this. It freaked me out, as a kid would be freaked out. But it got me to get the good old game, where the jaw opens up and you got all the junk, body parts and stuff in there. And it was like Operation. But the jaw would open up and you'd have this little hook that you would take each individual piece out of. Mm-hmm. And just a fine little memory that I have of Jaws as a kid. But love the film. It's I'm not big in these, like other people, the Meg and these creature feature, movies with sharks and stuff like that. But Jaws is a classic, and Richard Dreyfuss is a great actor, and I love a lot of his films.
You're a teeny bit older than me, so you might have a little bit of experience of perhaps Jaws when it came out on home media. Like, was it a big deal in the early 80s? Like, I know things were like stayed in movies forever back then, but like once cable and HBO and stuff like that started happening, was it easier?
I don't remember it being. I remember it being a big deal when it came out at the theaters. Yes, I remember.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This not as big as Star Wars or nothing like that. Because Star Wars, there were lines around the blocks with, around the malls and stuff like that. But Jaws was a big deal, and my uncle always took me to the bigger, not that uncle.
I'm like, yeah, no, my uncle gave me Jaws too.
My uncle always took me to the big movies, which was always great. Those are my memories with my one uncle, and Jaws was a film he took me to see. Okay. And yeah, just like I said, on the big screen, especially seeing Jaws, it was fantastic. Something I'll never forget. Watching it on TV is a different experience.
Sure.
And
Sure.
that's where the good actors, Steven Spielberg directing, it comes into play. And it's just, it is a classic. No matter what you say, it holds up well over time. It's just, yeah, I love it. It's not in the book. I know that much. So
Not in sci-fi, but it is
yeah.
in 1001 films you must see before you die.
Do I got to say if this is something I need to see before I die?
Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
I think we've said it before because I think we've covered this in horror, but
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
we can let it bend if it's
Okay.
not sci-fi.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's some publicity for the previous episode. If you want to know our thoughts on Jaws and whether or not we think you must see it before you die, go ahead and click. This will be in a playlist, and we talked about the horror from the book that's a couple years old, but Jaws was in that book. So yeah,
Love the film.
I enjoy the film. It's revolutionary. It's got a lot more importance to it as far as the history of cinema is concerned. It's right at that cuff, that 1975 cuff, where I think movies started getting paced better in the mid 70s. Like it's hard for me to get through stuff before 74, 73. I'm the polar opposite of you, Dino. Like if it's too slow.
No, well, see, yeah,
Oh.
I understand that. I don't mind pacing if it's slower, if it's done well. I
Mm.
mean, you know, I can let that shit slide. Whereas, you need a little bit
Yeah,
more
I
action.
need like a fart noise or something to keep me going. Like
Yeah, don't make me fall asleep here. Caleb in the chat. It's so funny. He said it's Captain Marvel gets a black and white 4K release. Dino will like it.
Yeah,
I don't even think a black and white
topless.
well, that might be okay, but
I'll
yeah.
like it.
Yeah, bring it on. Just show the front, not the back.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
It'll be a stunt back, if anything.
for Brie. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jaws, great movie.
Well, Steven Spielberg, he did those. A lot of his movies. Close Encounters is another one where it's kind of
Nice segue. Go ahead, segue right into
long,
it.
kind of long and drawn out. Slower paced. But when the shit comes, man, you're intrigued and you're going, yeah, holy shit, man, this is good. This is good. And again, Richard Dreyfuss. Phew, fantastic job. But go on.
1977. It's the next movie. It was a
Oh,
pretty
is it?
clean
Okay.
segue. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1977. Big year for sci-fi, and well, actually, big half of the decade there in the late 70s. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I bought it sight unseen. When they had that, I want to say it was a 30th anniversary.
Good for you.
A giant Blu-ray, whatever, and I hadn't seen it and watched it, and was a little unpleased with the pacing. In my opinion, it takes a little too long to get going, and this is probably reverse film history talking, but like I know that iconic shot of this spaceship over the clearing there. Yeah. So, waiting for that, when you know that shot, it kind of ruins the experience because it doesn't come for a while. It's
That's what she said,
yeah,
man.
cinematic
She
blue
don't
balls.
mind it usually. But
Well,
yeah, no, it's a fantastic film. I love it. I've always been drawn to the paranormal. Those aliens when they get out of that ship, man, there's nothing like it. Especially when I was a kid and watching this stuff. It's fantastic. I understand what you're saying with the slower. It could have been shorter. I understand. It probably could have been shorter.
a little bit faster, a little bit.
But I didn't mind it being the length it was. But for people like you, they should take into consideration.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
no. I haven't watched it again since. I don't know if it's. I still have a bunch of movies in Denmark, so I don't know if it's here or in Denmark. But it's not like I won't watch it again. But the first experience, like I was waiting and waiting and waiting for something. Like it was the experience was kind of ruined knowing some of the shots. Like we just watched Godfather, and so the second the horses come up, Emily's like up. I'm like it's not fair that you know what the
Right.
horse means
Coming up already,
Yeah,
yeah.
because she hadn't seen it. It was just it kind of takes away that that moment. Spoiler: the horse dies.
Yeah. Seeing it for the first time, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
everybody knows that shot,
yeah.
that in the bed shot. So,
Mm. And same with in Close Encounters that and I've again, it's hard for me to remember specific names and details, but the big rock, the iconic scene, that big like rock structure, I forget where it's at. I mean, I know it's in, isn't it in Arizona? I do believe. I could be wrong.
I believe
But
so.
yeah, there were in the paranormal field, people believe that the ancient people, the Anunnaki, the aliens that were here first before us,
Mm.
that's actually a petrified stump, a tree
Mm. Mm.
that large. I mean, you'd have to go do some digging
That's fascinating, Dino.
onto the next movie.
Brian goes blue.
Damn you.
In the chat says they need to make a CP cut of these films with slow dialogue snipped down. Yeah, you know what? This movie would be 40 minutes if I had my way with it. Granted, I'm a little too flashy with my I'm like deep fried sugar when it comes to
Deep fried sugar.
Yeah, yeah, just like just energy. If there's dead space, cut it.
Sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, Edgar Wright has ruined. Like Edgar Wright is my perfect filmmaker so far because he's high energy. He even mocks dead spaces and does things that are.
It's a fantastic story you got going here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, touche.
Keep it up.
So Close Encounters, is it a must see?
I'm going to say it should be in that book, and it is a must see.
Yeah, it is in the book.
Okay.
I do not agree, unfortunately. That is on my first watch. We listen.
No, I know.
We all
I
have
know.
different
You need a
tastes.
fast car. I know. It's all right.
Yeah, this car needs.
I can cruise on my bicycle.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah, this might be a moped. No, not even. Yeah, bicycle's probably better. So 1979 gave us 1941. Go figure. Which is a comedy.
Yeah.
I saw this once forever ago. Not a fan.
Same here. It's been forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't a big fan at the time. John Belushi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they made they didn't make a big deal about it at the time. Actually, it was panned at the time, and John Belushi had to hurry up and go do something else because they're like, this is what you're giving us. But at the time. But
well, John Belushi wasn't long for this world at that time, was he? But when did he die? 81.
I think you're right.
Yeah, 79. So he was probably letting his work get affected. By by that point.
That's what was said. This movie is what caused it. It caused his death.
I don't know if they've said that, but the reason he's dead is because 1941.
He was found. I saw a documentary the other day. Well, with the script and the VHS copy at the time, halfway pulled out as he was laying down. Yeah, it was a sad scene. I mean, fucking Steven Spielberg, man.
Oh, wow. Fuego says between this and BFG, his worst film. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
You were not a fan of BFG, huh? Wow. I thought that was okay.
I'm trying to cheat and look ahead.
I'm not going to say it was a great film, but it was pretty good for what it was.
I didn't like that,
Okay.
I don't remember 1941 enough. 1981 gave us this little joint project with Lucasfilms.
Spike Lee?
Joint?
What?
Joint.
Well, you said he gave us this little joint thing.
Spike Lee is what you said? I thought you said like Lee. I'm like, Lee
no, Spike Lee. I thought you were going to say Spike Lee joint. No, go on.
No,
I'm just joking.
A joint endeavor with George Lucas, the first of a few. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Well, nope. Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1981.
Wow. Yeah, no, Raiders of the Lost Ark is fantastic. I have all the films, and it will always be in my collection. It's a movie I have to watch. Well, the whole series I have to watch. Well, maybe not the last one, but
really? Oh, the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
I keep. I think of it as a trilogy plus one, and
Right.
and I'm like, oh, not the Sean Connery one. That one's fun, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand what you're saying.
yeah. But yeah, it's got to be something I watch every year at least. Quintessential Harrison Ford. I mean, these movies are just, you know, something to behold. I love these films, and again, it's not sci-fi, but they're definitely on my must list for whatever we put it in. Action, adventure,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It's in a couple of categories. It's certainly not sci-fi.
No.
It's action. Um,
Great film, Steven.
yeah, I think I prefer the third one out of that group. Um, I don't know if I would say any of them
Hmm,
are must see. Believe it or not, I think you can get through
really?
I mean, we're talking
Yeah.
sci-fi, but I think you can get through the action genre. If they did this, I'm pretty sure they probably do. We could order it and then get drama. um,
Er,
I think if you're cutting it down to 101, I
mm,
think you can probably make a book without including any Indiana Jones in it. That's just my humble. I also don't think Close Encounters should be in sci-fi. So fuck me,
well,
right?
yeah, I mean, I agree that maybe it might. Well, oh God, see, I'm going back then. It's very. I understand what you're saying. No, it's got to be on my list.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I love them too much. And see,
You can have your list. I'll have my
no,
list. Nobody's right.
yeah.
In the end, nobody's right and nobody's wrong.
And again, it's. I'm going on emotion here too. I mean, they're fantastic films,
And
but
that's what's great about stuff like this: art, cinema, films, music. Your experience is yours. You can love it for things. So many different things play into
yeah.
what it is about. Some mood you were in, a date you
Oh
were
yeah.
on. Like it
Well,
like.
getting your first blowjob and Raiders of the Lost
Yeah.
Ark is playing on the good old
Yeah,
screen at the
yeah.
drive-in
I don't
theater.
remember what happened in the second act, but it's the
Didn't
best
happen.
movie ever. Yeah, so like that's the great thing about stuff like this is
I can name all the films that I've seen at the drive-in theater
again
on one hand. The Exorcist, Child's Play, at the drive-in theater,
on one hand.
mind you. Oh yeah, on one hand. What was the other one? Okay, go ahead. I can't. Keep it going.
Go to CP reviews Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know if I would say that. It's good. I don't know. Like if I had to narrow down to 101 adventure movies, it
Yeah.
would be close. If it was 200, I'd probably throw it in there.
And I can see everybody having a favorite out of those first
And
three.
mine's the third one. So like
Yeah.
that's my excuse here.
And Cody, and there's this Temple of Doom, which I mean, again,
Now,
he says maybe an unpopular opinion, but I think you can. All three of them at any given time can technically be my favorite movie, but
yeah.
I still prefer the first one, but they're very close. The second and third. I mean, Temple and Crusade is just
Temple's got a lot of that fucked up imagery, right? Was that what the
a
dude's
little bit
face
darker.
burning?
Yeah.
Where the guy's head melts? Isn't that
Melted.
Temple?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the snakes or the where they're eating just a bunch of fucked up shit.
The brain from the monkey.
Yeah, yeah. It was
You know,
it was a
the
little out there. Like, all
Yeah,
right, we're
a
gonna
little weird, and
get
and
little
the little
Cronenberg here with these movies.
and the little yeah, what you call it, kid.
Dr. Jones, go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
Go ahead, Dino. Be
No, I'm
offensive.
not going there.
So
I should, but I'm not.
it's not a sci-fi, so
Right.
don't hold us to either of these opinions. But next is a sci-fi, 1982. This fucking guy pumped out some shit. Like you look at these years.
Oh yeah.
79 off year, 81 Raiders, 82 he brings us E.T., which give me 1,000 times over Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Wow.
I'll watch E.T. 1,000 times over before I watch Close Encounters of the Third.
And is there a reason for that? I mean, is it just
Tighter paced. That little Drew Barrymore. She's a dish. No. No. It's a bit
fun,
warmer and things happen.
yeah.
There's a bit of
It's a fun, comfortable film.
yeah, the discovery process, the mystery of E.T. You're getting more of it quicker.
Yeah.
You're being fed some stuff for the palate in a faster pace than
And
than you
put you in
do.
a place of it makes you a child just watching it. You
Yes.
can be any age
Yeah.
and be, I'm 10 years old again. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. The
There's
one.
that magic to the film.
I was just gonna say the one thing you can give Steve. We go way back. Me and Steve.
Go,
Is
you and Steve, huh?
Steven Spielberg. He's got a lot of films that have
Steven
this.
Spielberg?
Ste-
You thinking of Steelbooks here?
yeah.
What's coming out? Some 4K
Hey,
Steelbooks coming out
4K
soon,
on
guys.
Tuesday, buddy.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of movies that have that sense of wonderment that, it doesn't matter how old you
Right.
are, you feel like you're 10 and just seeing things for the first time. He really captures that childish essence of discovery, and
Yeah.
E.T. is just so, it does that so well, and it's innocently so too. It's a fun time.
It is.
And
I agree
heartfelt
with
at the same time.
everything you said. Other than E.T. is just ridiculous looking. I mean, sometimes it's hard to get past the way he looks because it's one of those films that I can still watch today, but it hasn't aged well. E.T. hasn't aged well. The film itself has aged well, but E.T. I mean, you got to agree with me there, though, CP. As much as you love the film,
What?
E.T.
Oh.
looks so funny.
Yeah, he's a little fucking.
So, yeah. Okay. Okay, so there you go.
Well, yeah.
And it's probably in the book.
But it is
Yeah,
in the
it's
book.
gotta be, yeah.
It is a film they consider must see, and I would agree with that. I think it's for sci-fi especially must see. Sure. I would. What you're going to disagree?
No.
Um,
I was just looking at the chat, and I'm just
what's going on in the chat?
laughing. Oh, nothing. They're just talking back and forth.
Oh,
Having a
okay.
good old
Oh,
time.
don't mind
Have-
us, guys. You just help yourselves in the chat.
Having a ball.
Yeah. So E.T. So I'll counter your. His look hasn't aged well with. Would you rather him be a CGI character?
Oh, frickin' hell. No.
So like.
And CP, no, see, I would rather. And you know what? I saw the trailer to the Terminator on the big screen. Oh my God, why would they do the CGI that bad? I think what they're doing is they don't care. I think they know there's this new generation of audience who have been raised on gameplay. No, disagree with me?
Yeah,
Who
Star
have-
Wars
but-
is doing it right, half and half. Star
No,
Wars
no,
still
yeah.
has those great animatronic, half and half
No,
real,
I agree
half,
with you. No, I'm not saying that there's not people doing some CGI
Yeah.
okay,
right.
but there's some people who are getting away with these movies, like this Terminator thing. I can tell the whole thing looks like frickin' gameplay,
Yeah.
Xbox shit and PlayStation. It's
C-
terrible.
CGI should be an accessory to a movie, not the movie. It shouldn't be the thing that you lean on. I mean, we'll talk about great CGI in a couple of movies, but mixing CGI with practical is the best way to do it, I would say. And for that explicit reason, if they did E.T. today, E.T. would be CGI, and that's terrible.
Well, you would think it would be he would take a different form or shape because, I mean, E.T.'s iconic. I mean, you look at him, that's E.T., but yikes. I mean, come on.
I'm not telling you to fuck him. I'm interested.
Put a bag over your head, E.T. God
His
damn.
head's perfectly shaped for fun.
Anyways.
Yeah. So it's in the book. We both agree. Must see.
Yeah.
Yawn. Great movie. Steven Spielberg.
Sure,
Ho-hum.
put it on there.
And he did a segment for Twilight Zone, the movie, in 1983, the Kick the Can segment, which I don't remember. The one thing I remember from the Twilight Zone movie is the airplane, the Nightmare at 20,000 Feet.
Do you remember the Kick the Can from the old series, the Rod Serling Twilight Zones?
I don't.
Oh God, that's
I
classic.
own the box set too, so
Yeah, I mean,
should probably
just
go.
older folks in a a home or a rested place, whatever resting place. Trying to recapture that youth of childhood and playing Kick the Can. I played it as a kid. That and Ghosty in the Graveyard, and yeah, I mean that was a great segment in the film. I mean we can go really quick past it, but yeah.
Hold that thought for a second,
Okay.
Dino. We have a super chat from perhaps the greatest name in the history of YouTube names. It's Brie Larson's Taint,
Who the
with
fuck
which, by
is
the
this?
way, that it's $1.99 in the super chat. You paid money to have your name highlighted, and it's worth $10 million as far as I'm concerned. Brilliant job, person.
Brilliant. Oh my God.
What Steven Spielberg film should be remade? I can't get over the name. That's brilliant.
Oh my shit and frickin' hot.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
That's a $10 million name. You better
yeah.
trademark that name.
I really want to know who that is now.
I don't even care. It's brilliant.
But yeah, keep it up. Anyways, holy shit, which one would I remake? That's a good question. See, movies like E.T. you can't. Can you remake them? I mean, it's one of a kind. It stands alone. You know, these classics. It's hard to remake them.
And in certain degrees, some of these have been remade. Like Jaws, you have a modern version of that. Every 3 years, it seems. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, you kind of have something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe E.T. we don't have that.
I'd say just to see how they would make E.T. today. But again, CP's got me like thinking CGI. Dude. But I don't know. Maybe E.T. I don't know.
I'll circle back because they were talking about it for a good minute there, and I was kind of excited at the idea. Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones.
Oh.
Give me that.
Well, see.
But it has to be Chris Pratt. I don't know. There's my stipulation.
I understand your point of view, but again, I think those movies don't touch them. I mean, they're so classic as they are. I mean, you don't need.
Well, we're talking about Spielberg, like
right.
A lot of them are pretty untouchable.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't disregard your opinion on maybe remaking that.
I don't care one way or another. It's my opinion. I earned it.
Well, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. Bye. No. No, I'm whatever.
Gremlins was produced by Spielberg.
Thank you, Brie Larson's Taint.
Yes,
Way to
brilliant.
shit on us.
I'm sorry to sorry to just get rattled with your question and not really pay it much mind, but that
Let me get a closer look at the avatar that you got going there for it.
Oh, is there an avatar? That I definitely can't make out.
Is that Brie Larson? There's a picture of her.
Is it Brie Larson? Man,
it's got to be. It's hard for me to see.
The effort that
but
was put in.
Kudos.
10 million. It says 199. It's 10 million as far as I'm concerned. Brilliant. Thank you.
My God. Okay.
Saving Private Ryan, but like The Wire. All right. We'll get there. All right. So there's a couple of TV stuff. We'll skip that. Indiana. Oh no, wait. Excuse me. I'm jumping ahead. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, 1984. Part 2 of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about
it. It's some fucked up imagery, some really dark shit, considering it's darkest from Steven Spielberg at this point.
Yeah, now that we're talking about it, I think maybe that is my favorite out of the three. I love the monkey scene. I mean, when he's eating the brain, I mean, it's just, whew. Yeah, good stuff.
I'm seeing.
And what's her tits in there? Yeah, she's a good looker. Yeah, she's a good looker.
Wasn't she banging Steven Spielberg at the time too?
Yeah.
He was a little Rob Zombie before Rob Zombie was. Except Spielberg got around a bit, not the same fucking chick all the time.
Yeah, and kept things a little behind closed doors. You know, he knew how to do things right.
It's funny if you wanted to work in a movie, bang Steven Spielberg. But once you weren't together anymore, good luck with your career.
Come sit over here, my dear.
Yeah, it's not sci-fi, but
this is my casting couch.
That's a subgenre in itself.
Let's go over your lines.
So, 1984, Dino, your favorite discussion, The Color Purple.
What? Oh my God.
With,
oh my God! What is
with Oprah Winfrey? Right? Is it Oprah in that movie?
The Color Purple, yes.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my cup of tea.
Danny Glover, Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi
Bunch of
Goldberg.
black people running around
I was just going to say,
in
what's
front
the
of the
thing that
camera.
these people have in common that Dino would be so turned off by? Interesting.
Actually, I love these period pieces, and the movie is a really good movie. And Oprah Winfrey, as much as I hate the bitch, she actually I don't
Jesus
hate her.
Christ.
She didn't do nothing wrong to me.
She was Brie Larson before Brie Larson was cool.
Right? Yeah. Please, no. There's no hate for Oprah.
Yeah.
Except when she started that O Network, and then. But anyways,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm on something tonight. I don't know. Pseudoephedrine? Is that what they call it? I don't know.
Pseudoephedrine? A Sudafed, perhaps?
Yeah. When they kept it. Shut the dog up!
It's all right. I got my AC on and dog below me. We're good. We're all right.
Okay. Anyways,
Fuck.
Sorry, I thought that would be funny. What was my?
Huh? Yeah,
I'm gonna mute myself for a second. Continue.
Okay,
until
so I'm not the biggest fan of The Color Purple. Another movie I haven't seen in decades. But in no way is this even close to a sci-fi film.
Sorry, people. Yeah, nowhere close.
Yeah, it's a drama. It's for as much as E.T. is fun and paced well, Color Purple is drawn out. If you ask me, a little slow. And I guess you could say the same thing. He really wanted to cover all the bases in the 80s there, because he does Empire of the Sun in 1987. And I've never seen this movie. I just know it's about a little Asian boy who's king, I want to say.
Which one you talking about? Sorry, people.
Empire of the Sun, 1987.
Yeah. A very.
I just know the poster. I don't know anything about this movie.
Oh, you wouldn't like it. It's long.
Long and slow, right?
It's long and slow.
I need quick and fast.
Yeah, you'd
Quick
be
and fast
asleep
and
in,
short.
you'd be asleep in 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and you'd go,
Yep.
sure.
Yep. No thanks.
It's a great film, though. I mean, it's okay. Again, I haven't seen it in an awful long time either. I think because of that fact, it's a very long, slow-paced movie,
and doesn't have white people in it.
Does has Orientals. So don't spit out your Coke.
The political correct term is Asian. Do you know? Yes. Oriental is. That's not in fashion anymore to call them that. Man, let's get Lindsay to call the people in Color Purple colored, and it'll just bye monetization. Bye. It was fun.
I'm having fun.
Not a sci-fi. Yeah, listen, we're just.
I contribute to the NWA and NAACP,
and without fail, almost like on schedule, there's Trini saying, "Tell us how you really feel, Dino."
Trini, I love you.
Some of his
all
best
shits
friends
and
are
giggles.
Orientals. So
Some of my best friends are Orientals. No, they are. I make them. They cook for us on the weekends.
yeah, the local Chinese joint doesn't count as cooking for us on the weekends. All right, so moving on. Indiana Jones. He did two movies in 1989. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which is my favorite.
Oh, get over here. Make me some Chinese chicken.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I have to holler at them every time they come over to make me food.
Did you say pack the boat? Is that what you said?
Pack and haul.
Some dumb fuck?
Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I interrupted you.
Yeah, no. What you said is way more interesting. I'll tell you that much. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the third film with Sean Connery. Again, not sci-fi. My favorite of this series. A lot of fun. Went out with a bit of a bang.
And can I say real quick, people in the audience?
Oh.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
This started somehow on Show Business.
Yeah.
I forget what we did or what we talked about, but it's just began to, it's this running gag that continues when I joke around.
I won't let it die. The thing is, Dino. So Brie Larson was part of the episphere. Like every week we had to talk about her on Show Business, and Dino just would eat up every last bit of that bullshit she was getting herself tangled up in, and grew.
And I think, from that came all the other funny quips I got
Yeah,
on
yeah. So
other ethnicities and stuff like
yeah,
that, and it's all a lot of fun.
yeah.
I love
Dino
everybody.
hates everybody not white and 40. That is that's the long and short of it. Whatever
Mm,
Brie Larson's comment is, whatever she was like quoted as in like kind of off color,
yeah,
Dino does not like anything but that. So
and I have to stick with it. So,
yeah, I'm not letting it go. Sorry. Oh, Brie Larson's taint. Look at this.
oh
Thank you
boy.
so much. $2 again. Might as well be 30 million.
Mm.
Do you think Steven Spielberg could remake Solo? Fuck.
Holy
If
shit.
anybody could and make me want to watch it, I
Hmm.
guess it would be Spielberg. I'll tell you what, he could probably do it and not have to resort to half the things in that movie.
Would he make the piles of poop
No,
alien?
no. See, he's done
He-
downtrodden people before. He's done. I mean,
mm,
not to compare Schindler's List to Solo, but Solo is just a miserable movie about people who are like held against their will, having a really bad time. There,
mm.
there are faint, albeit faint, connections to something like Schindler's List, where there's people being held against their will and
Hmm.
not having a good time. It's not a pleasant movie.
So is there a hidden
Connection?
message? Yeah, in
Yeah.
Salo?
No, there's no message in Salo. Salo
Okay.
is
Okay.
look what I can do, and
Mm.
which Schindler's List I really need to watch. That recently got a 4K. I haven't picked that up yet, but
You've seen Schindler's List
I
before,
have.
right?
I haven't
Okay.
seen it in a while, but
Ugh,
the
never gets
first
old, man.
the first and only time I watched it was in film school, and that was part of representation of color because there's a lot of that famous shot of the black and white with the girl in the red.
Yeah.
It's kind of intro to color for representation, and that's
Hmm.
it was a part of that class. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, but
Mm.
Schindler's List has way more to say than Salo. I'm sorry, Salo is just trying to piss off its parents by doing fucked up shit.
Yeah. To answer the question, though, he could, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Thank, thank you, Brie Larson's taint.
yeah, it's Brie Larson's taint. Brilliant question. Thank you.
I think I know who that is, but I'm not going to say nothing. Let's have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess because John Kyle Stanton isn't around, and
If that's you,
because
John, because that's my guess.
and because Felix is still in the chat. I would have guessed Felix first, but there's Felix. So you have some of John Kyle's
Love it,
tactics there,
John.
Brie Larson.
Yeah,
And if it's not John Larson,
John
John
Kyle.
Kyle
Yeah.
Stanton, then we'll keep guessing. But
Wow.
really, really creative and funny that made the night.
Hmm.
Where am I? 1989 also was Always from Steven Spielberg, a movie I have not seen.
Oh, yeah. Who's that with? Robin Williams is in that, right?
Um,
Always.
isn't that a war movie?
I do believe
Holly
so.
Hunter, Richard Dreyfuss, a little
Oh,
typecast.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
John
yeah.
Goodman.
Yeah. And it's a war movie, and I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But don't ask me why that one I didn't get to, but yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Back to the kids' films in 1991 with Hook. That's Robin Williams.
Yeah, there you go. Mwah. I don't know. I didn't care too much for that.
Yeah, I was right in the wheelhouse for that. I was a
Yeah.
kid when that movie came out.
Hmm.
Had fun with it when it came out.
You
Watched
did?
it. Yeah, I mean, I was like target age for that when that came out. So I had fun with it when it came out. Watched it again like as a high school kid. But I haven't seen it in maybe 20 years. And
The
in high
dog's
school,
age?
yeah, in high school, you know how you don't like kid stuff anymore because
Yeah.
you just want to fight and fuck everything. So I'm not gonna recognize this kid stuff as cool.
Fight
So
and fuck everything.
dude, all that for boys, you're
My testosterone's
yeah,
up. Bro,
yeah,
what the
yeah,
hell?
everything's peaking.
Mm.
So yeah, it's not cool to like kid stuff, and I remember enjoying it as a kid, but
Rufus.
hating it as a high school kid. So maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I was never, yeah. yeah, entertained by the whole movie. It sucks.
Yeah, Robin Williams is fun.
Well,
Uh,
he's entertaining
and
always.
the
I
'90s
mean,
were a hell of a decade for Robin Williams.
oh yeah,
I'll say
going a
that.
bit dark. Yeah.
Dark. Oh well.
Well, no.
Yeah, you got Mrs. Doubtfire and
Yeah, it was a little later than that, but
yeah.
yeah.
So next here we go. He had two movies in 1993, and holy fuck! Wait till you hear both of them. The first one, Jurassic Park.
Oh
Speaking of
my.
using CGI and practical, well, it's funny that people that movie still looks fucking good. That
Yeah.
movie's 25 years old, and the CGI still looks pretty decent. And a lot of it is, some of it is like the head
Hmm.
is a legitimate thing. There are wide shots where it's CGI, but they mix perfectly the CGI and the practical effects. But the movie, again, that sense of wonderment is captured so well. Um, and I think this is what you have to give credit to Spielberg to, because he thinks to do it and not many people do, and that's why you take stuff from Spielberg for granted, is experiencing that wonderment through characters in the movie. Like there's that scene where they first see the dinosaur and they stand up out of the Jeep, like
Hmm.
like
Wow.
they're portraying, listen, this is something special, and you're experiencing it through those characters, which it's a dumb little 2-second shot, but it helps.
Yeah. No, same here. Yeah, and Fuego says it started getting darker in the 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah,
There you
Rob
go.
Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Jurassic Park. I mean, geez. Yeah, I mean, it was they did it well. I mean, for everybody who grew up in well, not who grew up, but who loves, because I love the old dinosaur pics from even like when they used to do it back in the 40s,
Land
50s,
of the Lost
60s.
and shit.
Hey, those movies were great though, because I love the concept of dinosaurs, you know what I mean, and that they roamed the earth.
Hmm.
And it wasn't up until Jurassic Park, tell me if I'm wrong, that they really brought the dinosaur back. So yeah, there was King Kong, but that's a little different.
Oh, you mean on
Yeah,
the big screen?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
When was the
yeah.
last Godzilla '85?
Well,
Which
I don't
wasn't.
even I don't consider that in the same kind
What
of.
is
I'm
that?
talking
It's a giant.
dinosaurs.
What the
Well, those are monsters,
Godzilla?
ancient monsters, but I'm talking dinosaurs, brontosaurus, okay,
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
pterodactyls,
okay. Yeah, I don't,
pterosaurus, whatever.
I don't remember them. Period. Before that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this put it back on the map for them to start making. Well, Jurassic Park is. Am I wrong? Are there other dinosaur movies that I'm forgetting about, or has it just
Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park 3.
no? Other than that,
Yeah, no,
other than that franchise, I mean, nobody else has really tackled the dinosaur genre on film, right? Late? No,
I don't. It's
they,
funny you
they
say
could
that.
be. It could be really low budgeted movies,
What's
maybe. That,
funny is there's stuff that they've found out since that movie came out. Like apparently those dinosaurs had feathers.
oh
They
yeah,
looked more like birds than they did reptiles or lizards or whatever the fuck the term is for
well,
what.
they go by the fossil imprints
Yeah.
that they've found and stuff like that. Doesn't necessarily mean that every dinosaur has feathers.
Well, yeah, they said the raptor at the very least would look like a
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up chicken. And what's funny is
Right.
because pop
Don't put
culture.
feathers on my dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sorry.
pop culture knows these dinosaurs as what they are in Jurassic Park. They refuse to change them, which is
Mhm.
kind of funny. Yeah, we know what it's supposed to look like, but this is what it is now. Sorry.
Well, I mean, dinosaurs like T-Rex and Brontosaurus, they're going to have that kind of hippopotamus type skin. I mean, I don't think that needs to change, but a lot of the smaller pterosaurs and stuff like that, yeah, I think probably, you can start putting the feathers on them now.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I get you. It's all fun. I love Jurassic Park. Yeah, never gets old. And it's in there. And sci-fi? Well, yeah, okay.
It's stuff that
I
doesn't exist. Or well, currently they're using science fiction. The fact that they're using the syrup to bring
right, no,
the sap to bring something back.
trying to get it out, but
That's
yeah, no,
yeah.
I get you. Yeah.
This is a tale of two movies. The first half is the wonderment of experiencing holy crap, like this is crazy. There's actual dinosaurs and they look pretty legit. And then that second half of the movie is a fucking thriller and a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I think they started to get worse and worse, but that's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
But
Well,
kind of lost the flavor for that. But go on, yeah, we'll
yeah,
continue it.
yeah.
It's a little late.
We'll get there in a minute. Jurassic
Mm.
Park is sci-fi. I say must see. The book says must
Oh
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Um,
do agree. I mean, to put dinosaurs back on a map like that, yeah, yeah.
and the same year, definitely not sci-fi. The guy had an interesting 1993
Mm.
Schindler's List. Same year as Jurassic Park. Dude, take
And
a
oh
break.
wow, those came out the same year.
Dude,
Holy shit.
how many directors do you know that can't put out one great
Yeah.
movie? Spielberg did it twice in 1 year.
Well, something. Well, I was going to say maybe just the editing of the dinosaurs and stuff like that. I could see that taking a
Yeah.
whole.
While you guys are doing your rendering, I'm gonna go to do this other movie.
Right, right, and then they'll put them out at the same time. So I mean, I can kind of see that. But Schindler's List, one of the greatest films of all time, in my opinion.
Oh,
It's
wait,
up there.
wait,
Yeah,
Trini.
yeah.
I think these are dinosaur movies. He's mentioning the Valley of Gwangi. Caveman is good fun. I don't know if
Oh
Trini's
yeah,
fucking with me.
Caveman. That's 80s Caveman. Yeah, no, you're right. Those movies had dinosaurs in it.
I'm not
Uh,
familiar with either of those.
Trini's right. Caveman was funny. That was with Ringo Starr.
Oh no shit.
And yeah, that was a fun flick. But I'm talking about big time on the screen. Jurassic Park did it. But you are right, Trini. What's going on?
John Kyle Stanton's still missing in action for the record, but
Oh,
Brie Larson's taint chimes in. $4.99 in the super chat. 1995's Theodore Rex, featuring Whoopi Goldberg brought dinosaurs back, but it's cutting off for me. Dino wouldn't like it. Dino wouldn't like it.
oh,
Well, you know why. Oh, yeah.
but you wouldn't like it well because you know why.
Well, yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg. Oh,
It's this.
God.
It's this.
Because of Whoopi Goldberg.
Dino doesn't like the complexion of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, why'd they have to put Whoopi Goldberg in there? God damn it. Son of a bitch. With her dreadlocks and everything.
Dino,
I mean,
if you ever get hate
oh.
mail, I apologize. I sincerely do because
No,
this has gotten such a big head and it's
Uh,
unfair to you.
I'm hoping people understand.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm
Dude,
having fun.
I know. Felix and I were discussing it when we hung out
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. That he says that you're a really good sport for putting up with this.
Mm.
And, people. Dino is. We're having fun. And
I'm truly a good guy.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Dino's too much of a coward to hate people. Dino won't go to the mall, right? You're like me. You won't leave the house.
kind of, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
maybe that's more on me. I don't want
No,
to go to the store anymore.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. But yeah, but thank you, Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Taint.
Oh, Brie Larson. Yeah. Oh, who had Dark Phoenix in F-Box, because that's having a bad time of it, that movie.
I forget.
It wasn't you?
Felix might know. No, it wasn't me. I didn't have Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
Felix.
Gwangi is a western with a dinosaur. Wow. Interesting. Ringo still wait. Berserker. I never thought about the possibility of animals eating people. That's crazy. Well, animal. From
Yeah,
Jurassic
Gwangi
Park.
yeah. We're looking at everything now. Gwangi
Yeah.
is a western with a dinosaur. Yes, I do remember it, but and Felix got something there.
Felix said caveman with Ringo Starr racists.
What?
Wait, what?
I don't. Wait,
Felix did the comment super chat 199. Thank you.
Felix said caveman
With Ringo
with
Starr.
Ringo Starr.
Racist. What is? Wait, what?
I don't know.
Are we racist because we said that Trini, we were ignoring you for the comment that Trini had? We were listen. Listen, we're always going to pick the black guy before the Mexican. Not like that. Know your place, Felix.
Yeah, come on, Felix.
Hey, Felix, man, come on down, no? We got stuff to talk about.
Yes, that'll help your image.
Gotcha.
You know, keep.
Oh, I know. Oh, wait, what? Okay, on to the next movie.
He said fucking Orientals before. That hasn't been right for like 15 years.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, it's been out.
It's Asians now?
I know that because I learn at comedy clubs. They give us hot words that we can't say.
You know, see, that's a dumb part. That's part of this too. I'm dumb to the whole thing. I don't.
Yeah, society's
know that.
moving a little quickly with what's okay and what's not to say. But yeah, as of I want to say like 10 years ago, because there's certain parts of like in the city I wouldn't be able to say because it was on the list. You can't say Oriental. The N word is one you really rarely can say anywhere unless you're in like Alabama or Mississippi.
Or you're black. You could say it.
You could say
Right?
AH. I don't think so.
Really?
Because if you're a black comic, like you'd have to, and like, if you're an unknown black comic with that list, I mean, you could try to do it.
Okay, I
but
got
you might not
you.
get
I
work
got you.
at that club again.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier if you're like Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle or
Well,
Kevin
yeah.
Hart. Like if you're
I've heard them.
established.
Yeah.
So, but you know, if you're an up and comer, you kind of got to follow the club's rules because you're technically their employee.
Gotcha.
Yes. Junie says yes because I'm Mexican. Yeah, well.
Felix says that, not Trini.
No, the totem pole. Yeah. Oh, did I say Trini?
Yeah, you said Trini.
I apologize. See,
We're
I don't even want to
getting
say
all-
your name, Felix. How about that?
And on to the next.
Yeah. So it's Schindler's List, great movie. Not a sci-fi, must see, probably, certainly for drama. Like I said, for film school, they showed it to us for interpretation of color influence, and
We lost 5 viewers, so
what were we
we
at?
better watch what we say.
What were we at?
21 for a while there, and
now
then
we're
we
at 16?
started talking. We're at 16.
They're like, all this Oriental
Sorry,
talk
people.
out of here.
I'm stopping.
Yeah, again, just
It's all
some
fun.
unfortunately dark humor. We're not hating on anybody. We make fun of everybody equally here.
There you go.
So everybody's fair game.
Equal opportunist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Felix says he does a better Mexican than me. We can't escape it. So it's Schindler's List, great movie. What else can you say about it?
Right.
If we ever get to drama, that's probably going to be talked about again.
Mhm.
Then he waited a couple years and did the sequel to Jurassic Park, The Lost World Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I mean, this was just as, I mean, not as good, but very close. I mean, it was a very good film. Kept kind of the same, same effects were there. They looked the same. The dinosaurs looked the same. Whereas in later films, which I guess we'll get to, it started to change and look a little bit different. And then the stories started getting a little worse and stuff.
Well,
but the characters still flowed in this, The Lost World, and I enjoyed it.
My favorite scene from that movie has nothing to do with dinosaurs. Well, technically has a little bit to do with dinosaurs. When that I don't know what you call it, van, truck, bus, when it's hanging over the edge and Julianne Moore's on the glass and it's starting to crack, like that's tension. That's tension. To quote Lee, that's tension 101 right there.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say Attention 101. Yeah. No, that great scene. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but the problem with Lost World is it gets a little out of control in the third act. Where, I mean, neat idea. Ooh, what would happen if you dropped a T-Rex into a city? But it just got a little silly, oddly enough. Hey, and you know what? You want to talk about stereotypes? There's that Asians running away from dinosaur thing that was a clear wink to Godzilla in that movie.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yeah. Looking over their head and
Wouldn't be able to do that
away.
today. And that
Really?
was
You think?
Spielberg. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
okay.
Do you think people would be all right with that today?
Well, yeah, we'll talk. Maybe we'll talk Godzilla on Monday. But yeah,
But see,
it's
the thing is,
the new
stereotypes
Godzilla,
exist for
King
a
of the
reason.
Monsters.
Well, yeah, they don't exploit stereotypes or racism in that movie.
No, no.
But they exist for a reason.
Right.
They're not Steven Spielberg of all people, who just did Schindler's List before that.
Mhm.
To think that he would take slight against somebody is kind of contrasting if you consider what was going on with his career and what he had just done. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate as somebody who says a lot of shit that I don't mean, that people interpret as taboo. It's unfortunate, unfair. People need to grow up and get a little bit more secure with themselves, because
amen.
you're not defined by your skin,
The
your
world,
choice of sex. It's your emotions and choices, not what your heritage is or what your sexual taste is. Like, come on.
I know we're getting a little deep real quick, but peace is not going to come over the world unless we cannot let that stuff get to us. Words and all that other stuff. Yeah, we need to change a lot.
Dino, can you take care of that, please?
Yeah, sure. Keep going. On to the next.
So, same year, 1997, Lost World and Amistad came out, which Amistad I have not seen. I will try to get the information on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey was in it. Anthony Hopkins. 1839 Revolt of Mende. Captives aboard a Spanish-owned ship causes a major controversy in the United States when the ship is captured off the coast of Long Island. Oh, Long Island. I should watch it.
What movie?
Amistad?
Oh, yes. An excellent film. I love this film. Again, I love these period pieces.
Take it away.
Oh, you didn't see Amistad, huh?
Nope.
Yeah, no. Well, see, now I gotta pop this damn thing up here, just so I know who I'm talking about here. But oh God, what's his name? What's the actor's name there? I know Morgan Freeman's in there.
Trini, you got that wrench, Trini. Feel free to use it.
Yeah, Jamin Hunsu, whatever his name is. He was also in Gladiator.
I'm Gladiator too.
Me too. Yeah. Anthony Hopkins. Sorry, I'm just refreshing myself with this film. I should have the IMDb thing up.
You should.
Anthony Hopkins,
Way
Matthew McConaughey. Is that what I gotta try to be here?
No.
No, I mean, yeah, it's a great period piece, done very well. You got top-notch actors in there. I enjoyed this film. Again, we're talking sci-fi, so there's we can't talk about it being on our list of any sort. If we get to it in a future thing, I can decide whether it would be on my list for that category. But it's up there as a film I really, really enjoy, because these are my type of films. Yeah. So, great film.
The next year, 1998, he gave us Saving Private Ryan. My favorite war film.
Your favorite?
Yeah. That opening 20 minutes. I don't think you can match that in any war movie. And I think if the movie was only the opening 20 minutes, it would still be the best. They've had people who have, I mean, obviously it's been a long time now, but people who experienced D-Day said that was the most real depiction of what was actually going on.
Damn, we're up to 24 viewers now.
See? We stop talking about all that other stuff and everything's fine now.
Yeah, no, I agree. These Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan are two different types of war films, totally. Because, like I said, Schindler's List to me is one of the greatest films.
You would consider that a war movie, huh? Schindler's List?
Yeah, there's it takes place during that period. We're talking about the
war
hiding
is
of
in the
the.
backdrop. I don't know if
I consider it a war film. If it's not, I mean, what does it say in the thing? Is it considered war slash drama? I mean, I would think it
so
should.
talk about Saving Private Ryan, and I'll get you information
But
on Schindler's List.
yeah, but yeah, I know I agree with you as being one of the greatest war films of all time. I mean, I've seen some older ones, but that again, the stuff from the like 50s and late 40s when the World War II just started ending and stuff is a totally different entity. The way he did this and uh, the research he did behind it to make it as realistic as possible and going through the cities and the rubble and the yeah, it's up there. I'd agree with you, but what does it say? Does it
Schindler's
say?
List is considered history. History. Shit, I had it.
Oh, so
History,
what was on
drama,
there?
biography, not war.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see it, but in my head.
I can understand what, because Brian has an interesting perspective on anything that has horrific events should be considered a horror. Like he thinks Saving Private
Holocaust
Ryan
related.
should be considered a horror movie, and
Oh, really? Okay.
I understand the way he's saying it, and I understand why you would say Schindler's List is a war movie. But I think of war movie. I think
No,
battle.
I get you. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
more behind the scenes stuff and no, I get it. I get it. For some reason, yeah, I just connect it as a war film.
no,
but,
I mean, World War II is the backdrop. It's not like it's
Yeah.
it's completely.
but yeah,
out there.
hell. I mean, you're talking war. I mean, Saving Private Ryan. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I agree with you. One of the best war films of all time. I'd have to sit down and really think about all the other ones, but it definitely is one or very close to it. So yeah, I agree.
And that wraps up his 1990s. And for my money, his decade of the 90s is probably his strongest, or at least in my taste. You had Hook first, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, The Lost World, Amistad, Saving Private Ryan. He did 6 movies, and 1, 2, 3 of them I must have.
Yeah.
Like, in a suitcase of 100 movies.
Hot damn. Hamburger Hill is a great. Yeah, that's another.
Now they're going to the work with the
Yeah, no, bring it
Path
up,
of
man.
Glory, Steve.
Yeah.
Kubrick. I think you said that on purpose. Oh, what's up, Brian? Brie Larson's Taint dropping back. Best war film you must have not have seen Pearl Harbor. No, I'm waiting for that 4K to be honest. So, no,
Well,
I have seen Pearl Harbor.
No, I have too. And I hate Ben Affleck, but that has nothing to do with the film. The film's a good.
Like that?
What?
So many people hate Ben Affleck, and because he was banging Jennifer Lopez, I think.
Well, that didn't help, but his pompous attitude and face. I don't.
Man, no.
I don't know, man.
No.
I can't stand the guy. Don't ask me why.
I think it misses the mark, but I think it's aged better.
Yeah.
Because, again, Michael Bay is probably not the greatest guy to depict emotion. I mean, the awe of the scenes of the Pearl Harbor bombing are impressive. People said it was distasteful as Americans, but that's because it was us getting attacked. If you watch a movie where we're the guys fucking shit up, we don't complain about the distaste there. But it is Michael Bay and emotion really kind of but I don't think it's as bad as it was considered a couple of years ago.
Felix Geely is the greatest film ever.
Geely. Yeah, Geely's not the worst film ever, I'll say that much.
J-Lo, don't act. She's got some big movie that's on the horizon with the stripping and the stripper movie that's coming up.
J-Lo?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
We talked about this in show business very quickly.
Dude, I tune out sometimes.
But yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
I don't care what you fucking people are saying. All right, so hey, we're actually going to talk about a sci-fi movie now. 2001, which is partially Kubrick. It's I don't remember the details of how much of the movie is Kubrick and Spielberg just kind of came in and mopped it up with directing duties. But I don't know the ratio of Kubrick to Spielberg, but Spielberg gets credit for AI, artificial intelligence, which is a science fiction movie. Go figure.
What year did that come out again?
2001.
Holy shit.
Have you seen it?
2001. Are we all the way up there already?
Yeah. All the way? We've been going an hour.
Oh, that's right. Here, hold on a second.
Artificial intelligence. Jude
Oh, this is with, the kid. You know, I did not see this movie.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, don't ask me. It's one of those movies that get lost in the shuffle, and I just passed it up, and it's never been on the radar since. So, yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out. Haven't revisited it. The only reason I have some familiarity with it is because Emily quotes it quite a bit. I don't know if it's one of her favorite movies, but she references it from time to time, and I'm like, I don't remember stuff like that. Yeah. And she's not here, so I would have asked her, but she's off doing other things. Raiders 8K Super Chat, Flags of Our Fathers, and Letters of Iwo Jima. Those are Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
But one of them I have not seen, and I don't know which one it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Both good films, but again, I'm on board with you. I mean, you know, not as Saving Private Ryan, and I don't think nothing really beats it. You guys have thrown out some very good movies, but
Felix has served our country, so perhaps, you know, it's one thing to experience it as entertainment. It's another thing to experience it after having experience with it. Like the best thing I can do is say Punchline sucks because it's not the way a true comedy club is.
Right.
And that's all I have for reference. So, you know, it's nothing serious like war. So
yeah.
AI was sad, says Sandra. Yeah, that's what I remember about it. I remember being really with that teddy bear.
Fuck.
And it doesn't.
And he has to put him to sleep at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it's one of the movies that's like, kind of deep. I don't ever want to watch it again. It was a little kind of serious.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I did.
The one thing I'll say about AI is when you consider Kubrick's history, it looks like nothing Stanley Kubrick has done. I mean, right up until Eyes Wide Shut, that was a year or two earlier, and that was technically his last movie he directed. You know, I'm trying to think if there's anything with CGI in a Kubrick movie, because AI is so kind of. There's that shot towards the end that I remember watching it because it came out on like DVD in 2002, and that's when I saw AI. There's the shot of, you know, the future, a couple hundred or 1,000 years in the future, and they're flying over what was Manhattan with the frozen ice, and there's the Twin Towers sticking out of the ice. I was like, this isn't going to age well. Sure enough.
Yeah.
Deer Hunter. Yeah, all right, you guys, listen. We're talking about.
Hey, Deer Hunter, man. Jeez. I love that film, but anyways.
Yeah, we'll have to devote war its own category, but let's focus on the Spielberg here, guys.
Yeah, you know, you threw one out there that might. Platoon, that's a contender.
Yeah. Listen.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. I promise we'll do a war one, because that is a lot of discussion. Don't crack open that.
That's a good one for me too, because I've seen a lot of these and I've seen over and over.
So when we go to that category and you say, oh, I kind of wish we were talking about comedy, because that's where I really know my stuff. No, so AI, from what you remember of it, must see.
Oh God, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't give me a great impression. I mean, I got a flashback to him being put to sleep at the end, and that's all I remember.
That teddy bear, that creepy teddy bear.
Yeah, that's right.
It is not in the book. I agree. It's it's faintly memorable to me for bizarre reasons. Like I said, the Twin Towers sticking out of the. Whenever I watch a movie now that takes place in a time that isn't pre-2001, I'm like, That's not real. Twin Towers wouldn't be in that. But that's a really dark way to look at film.
AI, more like NO.
Brie Larson's tank.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I'll have to next time if Emily comes through again. I'll have to ask her what I don't know the relevance if she likes it, has just watched a lot, or if there's something that sticks with her. I think she has the same thing where it's just kind of dark and
Yeah.
unfortunate. But the next year,
Sad.
Minority Report with Tom Cruise, also a sci-fi.
Oh yeah, Minority Report, great film,
Mm-hmm.
great action. Tom Cruise don't do many misses when it comes to action. No, yeah, for me.
Uh-huh.
And Minority Report was a great one. So yeah, no, without a doubt, that was an excellent film.
Yeah.
Done very well.
Really, really neat concept too. The idea of, and it's another one of these science fiction movies. Like the best sci-fi movies have you asking questions. Sci-fi and documentaries, obviously, if they're done well, they have you asking questions. And it is an interesting question. If you could prevent a crime, should the person, like if the person never commits the crime, are they a criminal? Like, sure, if they have thoughts and intention on doing something, don't mind me, just keep sending your texts. Yeah, you're muted, and I don't hear you.
There's a party going on here, so
It's
continue.
fine. My AC's running. Don't worry about it. So the fact that it has this question that I feel like it begs asking: are things crimes? If until they're done, can you consider something a crime? And this movie kind of prejudges. I think that's kind of what their gimmick is. And yeah, go ahead. You're still muted.
Sorry. Yeah.
Welcome.
Things
Welcome
things
to live
unfolding.
streaming.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Dude, live. A dog barking is.
No.
Oh,
There's,
you got other shit going on?
Yeah, but it should be okay.
Do you need to wrap it up? We can.
No, let's try to finish it up.
Okay.
I sent a message, so we'll see.
Report. Yeah, let's see if they get that message.
And we're still live too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, the chat's still going. So.
Hopefully my Wi-Fi don't go. What the hell's going on here?
Are you dead?
Keep going. Minority Report. Yeah. Finished. We're good. We're good. I'm a little bit flustered.
So
here
I said the fact that it asks the question.
Real life.
Yeah. If because the whole thing about the movie is these people are criminals, but they're being tried for things that they haven't done yet, and Tom Cruise is this time cop, for lack of better term. Another really decent sci-fi movie.
Oh, yeah. Joking or not? Time cop.
I'm not being ironic. I have fun with that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Okay.
But it's interesting. Is somebody a criminal if they haven't committed the crime yet?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I think that's what made the movie
Good
so.
Talk.
Yeah. Well, you want me to answer the question?
No.
I mean,
just how do you feel about the movie?
I feel good about the movie. Again, I love the movie. Tom Cruise is awesome. He really does the action films great. And yes, the twists and turns they take in there, and that question you just posed is the reason why I thought that was a great film. Good job.
What's your thoughts on AI?
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
I guess I like it well enough. It's kind of a weird mix of
Yeah,
directors.
she likes it. It's a weird mix. So thank you. And Dino's still going. So the next movie on the list is Catch Me If You Can, which features my boy Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm having quite a bit of fun with that. Do you need to end this? We need to shut her down.
Well, why don't you just keep going? You want to keep going with that and talking, and I'll try to be back real quick, or no?
Okay.
Because I need. Or no.
No. Go. If you got
Okay.
life to do, go do life. Chat.
I should be able to get back in like 5 minutes.
All right. Go handle your
Okay.
handle your business.
Sorry, people.
Yeah. Live television. It's shit happens.
Sorry, CP.
So guys, well, let me see. Minority Report, I think, was a Total Recall sequel. Interesting. Minority Report is the best Spielberg film of the 21st century. I might agree with that. I do agree with that. But that's spoiling the rest of this episode. Yeah, Minority Report is probably his last really interesting movie where you're having fun questions with it. Not a fan of Minority Report at all. Felix, you shot down another one before, and I forgot what it was. But they will commit the crime. Yeah, you're right. I listen. I'm not saying one way or another. I'm right or It's just it's an interesting premise, and it's something that I walk away. It's a great action movie, but at the same time, it's a really unique idea. Like, of course, they take a different angle with how things end, and there's a bit of a twist because somebody gets framed for a crime, and really, really interesting. But you could have intent to do something and fail. So I guess it's really, really interesting. Interesting is the best word I could use. It's a thinker for me. It's just that mere premise, but I can understand any perspective. Wait, I liked Minority Report. Thinking of a different film. Sorry. All right. Dino, you got kids? Cool. Yeah. He's got kids, dogs, cats and dogs living together. I met Tom Cruise at the Jacob Burns Film Center, and he signed my Kubrick box set as well as Matthew Modine signing it. That's impressive. Tom Cruise. Oh, yeah, Tom Cruise. I was trying to connect Tom Cruise to Kubrick and Eyes Wide Shut. CP has a man crush on Leo. I have an anything crush on Leo. Shit, I'll get the sex change if it means some time with Leo. Modine signed it at the Connecticut Film Festival. Dino in Salo 2. We have a Kubrick photo of him making Barry Lyndon and one of him with Tom Cruise from Eyes Wide Shut. That's neat. Barry Lyndon is beautifully photographed with Zeiss lenses. Specific? Yes. 3 foot by 2 foot photos. Shit, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, Minority Report is better than 8mm. Yeah. I haven't seen 8mm in forever, but I would agree that Minority Report is quite good.
I'd agree too. Yeah.
I always have intent to crush them guts, but it never. Oh, I can't read the rest of that. All right, so you good, Dino?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Do you want to shut her down?
No, we're good now.
Okay.
Just had to take care of something important. So.
Okay. So again, Steven Spielberg again does double duty. Does 2 movies in 2002. Catch Me If You Can with Tom Cruise and Leonardo DiCaprio. Fun movie about false identity, identity theft. It's a true story too, about a guy who knows how to get over on the system and make all these fake IDs and manages to get himself to be a pilot without anything.
Did the chicks too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in a time when pilots were like pussy magnets, man. Time has changed, man.
Yeah, you can't get away with that shit now.
Yeah,
well, maybe you can. I don't know.
Cool.
There's always stories coming about where, oh, that was going on? How is that possible? But yeah.
And he stayed in the airport theme with 2004's The Terminal. Again, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks plays an indistinctly Eastern
I
European.
took care of the dog.
Took care of. Oh boy.
Mm.
Um,
What movie?
The Terminal with Tom Hanks. Have you seen that?
Didn't
Where he's-
I never seen The Terminal, no.
where he's stuck in JFK. And by the way, if you've ever been to JFK, it looks nothing like that. Go fuck yourself. That is not JFK.
Really?
Yeah,
So
dude, JFK is a mess.
they're like, there's no way we're filming JFK at JFK.
Well, yeah, they can't. They had to do a set or some shit. But
Yeah.
really,
Mm.
shit, I wouldn't mind being stuck where he was stuck for that time. But
Sure. Yeah.
it was an okay movie. You know, this is a period, the 2000s, where Steven Spielberg gets a little puffy, a little soft. He shot his wad in the 90s, and you know, we're just
Had a little, yeah.
so War of the
Hiccup.
Worlds in 2005.
The one Tom Cruise action.
The one?
Sci-fi. Well, I did not enjoy this film. I did
Okay.
not at
Well,
all.
this is War of the Worlds. This is something that's a remake of a classic black and white version of blah 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 blah. So go ahead and tell us why this movie's the worst thing ever, Dino.
I didn't enjoy anything about it. I mean, there, you know, I mean, it's not his best performance. The people around him weren't too good either, and I didn't like the effects. I didn't like the storyline. I didn't like. Again, I know I'm a fan of the original, but that has nothing to do with disliking this one.
Okay.
It just did not do it for me. I didn't like it. I thought it was put together just sloppy. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, considering it's Steven Spielberg too. That's
Yeah.
so. Again, back to the thing I talked about a while ago. There still is that wonderment. You're experiencing some fucked up shit through the character's eyes, like when Tom Cruise is running and you know they blow up the bridge and he's trying to escape and people are just getting zapped to fucking dust and it's like, whoa, what's going on here? That was portrayed really well, but this is first act stuff. This is
Yeah.
it does it. I'll agree with you. It really kind of falls off after the aliens first kind of.
That was the best
Come
part of
down.
the movie.
Yeah.
Those quick action sequences at the beginning. Yeah.
And
I agree.
it was kind of fast and nothing else of the movie lives up to it.
No.
Now remind me, Dino, the end. If I do have a major gripe with the 2005 War of the Worlds, it's just so anticlimactic. With the
Yeah, no, there wasn't a big. Oh wow, this is how it ended.
Yeah.
No, it was
how does the original end?
very low key. Oh shit. I gotta think back.
Okay.
I mean, it was a different era. CP again. I'm not sure how much you'd like it.
Oh, I'm just. Does it?
Very low key too. I mean, in the same sort of way.
Okay.
You know, where they're destroyed, but not this big, gigantic, fantastical ending. But
water kills them. They get colds, whatever. The fuck, just fuck you. So Raiders in the chat. Felix says JFK is better than LaGuardia. I'll agree with that. LaGuardia is pretty fucking dank. And then Anthony Winter says Newark is better than both. I've read things about Newark being the worst airport in America, and I think that has to do with scheduling, because I've only been to Newark once, and coming from Europe, I quite enjoyed it. It was late at night. I didn't mind it, but I've never tried to wait for a plane or deal with the schedule there. I have at LaGuardia and I have at JFK, and JFK is rough, but LaGuardia is, LaGuardia needs work. Like with New York City, yeah. So
damn airports.
Flying to Chicago, like I have this bizarre knowledge of airports in the last couple of years, and it's just unfortunate. Chicago's airport is so nice compared to anything we got here, and it's just like, what? Come on, we're New York. Like this is the greatest city in the world, and people's first impression of us is our airport, and
Yeah.
whichever one you choose, it's just really. Oh, okay. Welcome
Yeah,
to New York.
Yeah, you would think they could do something and fix it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we Hopkins Airport over here in Cleveland is it's a pretty nice airport
Mm-hmm.
for middle range city that we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's
Talking airports.
Sorry,
Aye.
sorry. Well, we
No.
were just had two movies that were on the topic.
True.
Brie Larson's Taint. The Tim Robbins scene was intense. Yeah, I'll give you that. He was a little trippy in that movie. When they're in the basement there.
Tim Rob. Oh,
Yeah,
holy
remember
shit.
when they're hiding out in the basement of the house?
So, yeah, I can't even remember it. That's how much I didn't really care for the movie.
Right, so we agree.
Mm.
Not a must-see film.
No, not at all.
It is sci-fi, but not must-see.
Yeah.
Now again, double duty. 2005. He also made Munich, which I would probably accept as perhaps the last really good movie he's done. Have you seen Munich, Dino?
Is that where
Good night, Dan.
Munich? Refresh my memory. Is that the? I know that's the whole
72,
terrorist.
Olympics.
Yeah. Okay, I did see this. And what I remember of it, it was a good movie. I would have to refresh my memory and rewatch this film to give my opinion on it. But I remember it being a very good film. You probably remember it a lot better than I do.
No, actually, I don't.
No, you don't.
I saw it forever
Okay.
ago, and the one thing that sticks out about it is the score. The score is John Williams, and I remember thinking that a lot of the music in that sounds like a lot of the music in Star Wars Episode 3.
Really? Okay.
That's
man.
the one thing I remember about Munich. So
I remember it playing out very well. I know I remember that the movie was very well paced and it was done well. So I mean, if anything that I remember that. So yeah.
So next is 2008, and here you go, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I still enjoyed the movie, but yeah, it's the worst of them. That's for sure. But
yeah.
It's not like I'm going to go, oh my God, my head's burning.
The
but
CGI stuff in that movie,
was
it's
terrible.
CGI, and it's really bad, which is really unfortunate when you think about Spielberg, because I don't.
Even the best of them, when they first started introducing that CGI, it was a hit or miss and tinkering around with things. So, yeah. The land that time forgot, says John Kyle Stanton.
Oh, Sandra says, do you think he should have ever gotten the Oscar, Spielberg? I think he has a couple, and that might be as a producer, but I will look into that. Yeah, he's got 3 Oscars. Holy shit, he's been nominated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, Brian.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's Western
12,
Cleveland.
13, 14. He's been nominated 14 times. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many has he won?
5. 5 is director. He has
5 is director only, huh?
he has 2 wins. He has 2 Oscars as a best director.
Schindler's List, I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
And son of a bitch.
Same time period, same backdrop.
Oh, Saving Private Ryan. There you go. Yeah, okay, we got that quick enough.
And he was nominated for E.T., nominated for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Man, he was nominated for Best Director in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nominated Best Director, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yeah.
Well, I see that one. I see that one more so than Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. Yeah, even I would say that. When you think about the Academy, like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Saving Private Ryan, if You know what? He not get nominated for? He didn't. He didn't get nominated for Jurassic Park, and I thought. What are you laughing at?
Oh, Brie Larson's taint
Uh-huh.
says, "What's up with Steven Spielberg's fetish with extraterrestrials and sad, true tragedies?"
Yeah, that's right. Oh, wait, and John Kyle Stanton's right above him. So
Yeah.
the mystery continues.
Continues then, yeah.
Huh.
Didn't win for The Color Purple and Schindler.
Dude, who the fuck is Brie Larson's taint? That's hysterical.
Yeah, hey, whoever you are, I'm loving it. But anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
but be sure you're there at show business on Monday.
Oh, no, not Monday.
Oh,
Tuesday for you, right? Big Brie Larson event for
well,
Dino.
yeah. Well, you can watch the video, but I can't go live, so there's that. But anyways, wah, wah, wah.
I like showing full movies. I don't know why they're not letting me show full movies. Felix says Close Encounters is so bad.
Felix. It's a great film.
So he was nominated for Best Picture. That is as a producer on The Color Purple. Did not win the director or did not get nominated. But I mean, Saving Private Ryan, I certainly think he deserved it.
Yeah.
Schindler's List, I certainly.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? What's funny is Schindler's List. He would have beat himself for Jurassic Park. So it's one of those things. Like I always get shit for this, and I say Leonardo DiCaprio should have been nominated in 2011, and people are like Inception wasn't that good, and I'm like, not Inception. Shutter Island. I thought he was brilliant in that movie. So
Right.
you have these years where these people are so great they're competing against themselves. But yeah, Spielberg has to. Does he deserve more? Sure. Scorsese deserves more.
Right.
Yeah, it's
A lot of people deserve
Yeah.
and never have gotten.
The
so.
Oscars are really fucking funky. Like especially lately. Like you really have to have something to say for it to.
Yep. Must be a message in there somewhere. Felix.
Digest.
Yes.
What about Felix?
Super chat. You can have a phone and computer, you two.
What does that mean?
You can have a phone and computer, you two.
What does that mean?
Felix, have you been drinking a scotch or what's going on there?
You can have a phone and a computer, you two.
Sure.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't know.
Are you telling us to look up the information on the phone while we do the stuff on the
You
computer?
can have a phone and computer, you two.
Yeah, I'm reading it 7,000 times over again.
I know,
I'm
I'm trying
like,
to figure it
it's
out.
still not.
That's all right.
So, all right. I think what he's saying is John Kyle Stanton could be Brie Larson's taint from the computer and from the phone. That's a lot of work. I'll say that much, Felix. And again, the name itself is appreciated. That's the laugh for the night. Big winner.
No, that's great stuff. But either way,
Yeah,
it's
no matter
brilliant.
what's happening, that's really fucking funny. I preferred Leo and Inception and Shutter Island, and I understand that. He got nominated for neither, and I really think he should have been nominated for both. But
he
again,
understands that, but he wants to make love to Shutter Island.
Oh, dude, Shutter Island, and Scorsese should have been nominated for director on that. Yeah. Meaning someone. Yeah, we're a little late to the party, Tim. I got it. What are we up to? Indiana Jones. Yawn. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we just kind of grind down here. 2011, Adventures of Tintin.
I've never seen it. Don't want to.
Yeah, ditto. War Horse, another one. I haven't seen it. Again,
Yeah,
also
I haven't
2011.
seen it, so
He likes double duty. 2012 gave us Lincoln, which was acted well.
Who starred in that one?
Oh, what's his face?
Was Lincoln?
My left foot. What's it? Why is his name?
Oh, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay. Why am I thinking I didn't see that?
Another movie that was paced a little. Steven Spielberg went back to these weirdly paced movies, and Lincoln. I really wanted to see it, and I felt it was a little too slow.
I'm trying to remember if I even seen it. It's terrible. I can't remember, but oh well.
Read the comment below mine. Hi. There, I read the comment below yours. Hi. Ben Grimm says hi. Hi, Ben.
I think you meant up at the top, but whatever.
Close Encounters is so bad, Dino. I live less than a quarter mile from Lake Erie. What about his opinion on that online streaming film should not be nominated for Oscars? Oh, Dino.
What?
As somebody who...
Brian, you live real close to me then. How funny. Holy shit, you're like probably 10, 15 minutes away. Oh, go ahead, CP.
Oh, yeah? So what about his opinion that online streaming films should never be nominated for Oscars? Your thoughts on that, Dino, as somebody who probably watches movies at home way more than you do at the cinema?
Yeah, I think we talked about this a little bit on Show Business.
Yeah, when the news first came, I think.
Yeah. And I think it shouldn't matter. I think if a film is put out there on any platform, I think you differed with this opinion. Maybe, I can't remember. But a film's a film. If you put it out there and it's a new release for that year, whatever platform you put it on or release at the theater, I think it should darn well, should be nominated for an Oscar if it's worthy.
Yeah.
You know, a film is a film. A piece of art is a piece of art.
I think the rule that's in place is a little fucked up. That you have to have a theatrical release for, I think it's 2 weeks or something like that. It's really strange. Like, why is that the precedent? Listen, dude. Sometimes people can't get their movies into cinemas thanks to fucking shit like Marvel. You know, having 4 screens of Avengers at the 8plex. So, you know, it's a really different time now. You have to kind of adapt. It's a little off base and strange coming from Spielberg.
Yeah. And having these other, you know, like Netflix and Hulu, then Disney's going to have their own platform, and you know, which I mean, think
I'm fired
of
up for that. I won't lie.
Yeah, no. But think of a lesser-known artist or producer or somebody or director who wants to get their film out there and really didn't have enough money to, you know. But it's a fantastic film, which we've had these in the past. You know, and the only person who's going to say, hey, let's put it on our platform like Netflix, you know, but it's not going in the theater. You know, but it technically is the best film of that year in a lot of people's minds. Yeah, it should definitely get consideration, and I think they need to change those rules because things are changing too.
Yeah, a great film has nothing to do with big money. Like, I think I discussed this the first time. Tommy Wiseau made sure The Room played in cinemas for 2 weeks because he wanted to be considered. That is a bizarre fucking stipulation. Tommy Wiseau needed to make sure his movie was in cinemas for 2 weeks to be considered. Like that alone.
Tommy Wiseau.
That precedent should not be like it. No, that's buying your way on a ballot, and it's
right. And like that's going to get him the Oscar, anyways. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's besides the point. But people that, you know, it shouldn't be about, you know, your scope of how you can get that movie out there. It's just, it should be the quality of the movie.
And I see a bunch of
the movie, not any of that other bullshit.
And I see the aging of the Academy and their rules and stuff like that because it's a different age. I mean, VOD and everything else, all these other platforms, it's different. So you got to change the rules, man.
Yeah, I think we should have a Netflix movie nominated for Best Picture, which happened. Although I think we looked it up, and Roma technically was in theaters for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I think we should have a Netflix movie be nominated for Best Picture before we have a mainstream category, because fuck that was that Black Panther idea terrible.
Yeah, they were tinkering with a couple different things this past year, and it was silly.
And
it was silly.
Sandra told them to shut up. Any platform is eligible. Good. Streaming movies keep getting better. Yeah, I was just saying this to Emily before. We're doing a live commentary tomorrow night of Maximum Overdrive, but the Netflix, there's like 4 movies that were released yesterday, or if not yesterday, in the last 2 weeks that I genuinely have interest in. Where it's like, man, holy shit, this is.
New releases on Amazon.
Yeah. There's just 2 movies that were put out yesterday, and I think 2 that were put out the week before that look pretty decent.
Yeah.
And it's on one service. You're getting 2 movies. Shit, I'll say this much: they looked better than Dark Phoenix and Secret Life of Pets 2. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Secret Life of Pets 2 is still going to do pretty good though.
Is that your movie?
Kids want to go see it.
Is that your
movie?
movie?
The first one was fun.
Is that your movie in F-Bach?
No,
okay.
That's not my movie.
I think that's going to win this week too. Thank God we did new picks. So Lincoln, you haven't seen it. I thought it was a little slow. Speaking of a little slow, 2015 gives us The Bridge of Spies, which is another post-war Tom Hanks movie. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Yeah, that's a movie. That's another movie that I think is still in Denmark, and I kind of wanted to watch it recently and
couldn't.
I'm not in Denmark, so obviously I couldn't load it up.
You could.
That I felt like, again, if you're gonna go 3 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever, I need it to be filled with content, excitement. Like we've joked about this. The Wolf of Wall Street is 3 hours. It does not feel 3 hours. It's
right.
It's deep fried sugar is what that movie is, and a lot of it. Bridge of Spies gets a little slow. Really good movie. Don't get me wrong. I'd like it to be tighter.
Felix must be watching the UFC fight. What chick got punched
There's a
out?
UFC thing going on? Fuck.
I forget the 2 women who are fighting this weekend. Yeah.
Shit, we could have live streamed that. Buffalo 66. I don't know what that movies like Loquisha need Oscars too. Dino, your thoughts on Loquisha?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was fucking terrible. You could watch us live stream it. We did a live commentary on this channel.
Twisted mental bruising. It's whacked.
Yeah, and which it's on Amazon. So you know what? No excuses. Load it up. Get the time code ready and watch it with us, because holy fuck, it's a lot easier to swallow if you're because I don't
That's
know.
what she said, man. Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to handle it if I wasn't watching it with other people.
Oh right. Yeah. I might have. Yeah, it was a hard watch. Easier.
That's what she said.
The 2 of
Hey.
you. Yeah. John Steele says they're the ones that got him and Jace got Secret Life of Pets too.
Oh, okay. All right, so you might get a big weekend win.
Yeah.
Here.
Yay.
John Kyle Stanton, look at this. I'm here just listening. See, that makes me suspicious, John Kyle Stanton. But
Hey,
thank you for the super chat. Again, I hope you're doing okay. Stay away from the hard shit.
Of course.
Gotta take it easy for at least a couple of days. Jessica I got KO'd. Good night, Albert.
Who said Jessica I? Felix.
Felix said Jessica I got KO'd. I don't know who that is.
Felix. Jessica's she's down the street from us and at the same gym as me and my son. So yeah, I'm not surprised that she actually got knocked out, Felix. So unfortunately, Stipe's the one that he's going to get another shot here. So we may be champ again. But anyways, go on.
I got knocked the fuck out with a head kick. We're competing with UFC, see, and it sounds interesting. I want to look at it.
Yeah, Jessica, I think has been. She didn't need another pound or knee to the head. Just saying.
Okay. Albert says goodnight, all. Goodnight, Albert. I don't remember if you said anything previous, but thanks for checking in to say goodbye. Jeff, Dino and CP, great content. Thank you. We're trying.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. So Bridge of Spies. I really need to see it again. It's good. It's good when you consider what Spielberg's been doing in the 2000s, but okay. The BFG is 2016. I don't like that movie at all. I watched that in Denmark with Dennis, and I don't even remember if he enjoyed it, but I remember watching it and like
yeah.
When you watch something at home, it's a lot easier to tolerate. And
right.
I was in Denmark. I had nowhere to be. It's not like I didn't even have my TV out there. I had my computer. So any sort of new entertainment was a nice change of pace. And I remember like looking at the watch, like how much more time is this fucking movie? Because I'm not having a good time. And I'm trying to think if Dennis did as well. Although I might be confusing that with It, because I know we both tapped out watching the original It.
Oh, jeez.
And I might be mixing the two. I just remember BFG watching it in his room thinking, yeah, this, nope. Have you seen the BFG, Dino?
Yeah, but I've seen it with my two kids, so I probably enjoyed it a little bit more because of that reason. It was okay, so yeah, there's that. But I understand, yeah.
Felix says my uncle bought the pay-per-view for me. You have a good uncle.
I hit the old Periscope for those UFC fights, Felix.
Okay.
It's a not failed. You can see it on there, no problem. But anyways.
2017, he gave us The Post with Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks. Did not see it.
Nope.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, not great. Again, not sci-fi. And finally, his most recent project, which is a sci-fi, was 2018's Ready Player One.
I still got to see that.
Oh, man, Dino.
I'm missing out on this one. Yeah,
no, it's... speaking of, like, deep-fried sugar, it's deep-fried sugar dunked in glitter and stirred in a bottle of something fizzy. There's a lot of business in that movie. It's a
lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. There is a scene where they're going into the Shining movie, and the way that's done is fucking incredible. I remember, like, I geeked out so hard for that little 1 minute stretch that the rest of the movie, like, it got raised a full, like, 1.5 points, because I was like, oh my God, this shiny thing is awesome. Because you could tell it's like CGI, because it looks like it was reshot in The Shining, but you could tell that there was new elements to it, and just really, really fun in a really... For the rest of the movie, it didn't live up to that quite as much. And there's moments towards the end. Spielberg has the heroes in a car, and it faintly feels like something familiar. And perhaps it's because it's not a CGI fest and it's just a bunch of actors in a car. But could be better. But I haven't seen it since. When you're ingesting 100 movies a year and just kind of rinse repeating, the ones that don't stick out kind of fade away. And Ready Player One, all I remember is that Shining thing, and it's only been a year, and the rest of it's just kind of...
Really? Okay. But see, this was before show business. I'm really
for
getting
you.
to... Right, for me. To be able to see a lot of these, movies. I'm trying to catch as many as I can now.
Good for you.
And it's actually refreshing to be able to start hitting some of these films that I just said, I'm not watching this, and find out that some of them are pretty darn good. So
Yeah.
That's when I think, yeah, I probably should. Just for that scene alone, you got
Oh
me worked
yeah,
up a
Dino.
bit.
Even if you
Mm,
even if I'll try to find it. Even if you only watch the Shining scene,
mm.
it's really neat. Like really neat.
Sounds cool, man. Mm,
And that wraps up. And obviously, I don't think it's a must see. Certainly not
no,
for sci-fi. So
no.
we're that's Steven Spielberg for sci-fi. I think the next topic we're going to do for 1001 is war because that really got the conversation going. And I really kind of wanted to
Yeah.
stop talking about Spielberg, and you guys really kind of distracted me there. But I think the next one we'll do war movies. I'll try to catch up on stuff. I have Paths of Glory. I might rewatch that for the sake of this.
Mm.
A couple of other things that. But just want to give you some stuff that apparently he's announced and in pre-production on West Side Story.
Huh, really? The
Yeah,
hell's he going to remake that for?
Ansel Elgort, Rita Moreno. I don't.
Mm,
I fucking. Okay.
yeah,
That's what I have to say.
good for him.
And a untitled Indiana Jones film.
Right.
And that's Steven Spielberg. All call.
Yeah, Harrison Ford will be, yeah, taking part in that
Yeah,
one.
let him kill himself off again.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
So the thing about this book, Spielberg is listed on Back to the Future as a producer. Steven Spielberg has a part in 5 films in this book. So a
It's
little
up
bit more
there.
than 5% of what this book is a little bit less than 5%. Excuse me, is Steven Spielberg's work, which that's just sci-fi too. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. He's done some good stuff, man, over the years and decades.
Yeah, a really good director. It's
Yeah, yeah.
kind of goes without saying. He's got some misses, sure, but man, his
Yeah.
hits fucking hit.
Mm-hmm.
Ready Player One, so freaking amazing. Yeah, all right, yep. They're saying it's awesome. It's a deep fried unicorn fart with chocolate sprinkles. Hey, listen, that sounds kind of delicious. The book is even better. The movie is a must read. I don't know if this counts. I know book readers kind of, they sideways glance at me when I say this, but I listened to it.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
enjoyed it because I have a hard time. I have a mental thing. When I read, I like my brain forgets it, so I have to have it. I have to have the information.
Audio.
Yeah,
You have to bring it in and ingest it
yeah.
auditorially or
Because
whatever.
for some reason, like I'll read something and then I'll forget what the hell I read 3 sentences ago. It's really kind of funky. But reading isn't. It's a bit more difficult for me, and it doesn't soak the same way. I gotta stop, eating all that paint chips. That perhaps I think that maybe that's doing.
That's why you forget most of what I message you.
Yeah,
You're like, what did you say? I don't know what that meant. What? Oh, man.
Looks good on 4K. Really? Okay. I'm gonna buy it in 4K. Trini, I really dig Ready Player One. West Side Story remake. Boo. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why they're making that, but
Bye all, love and hugs. Bye, Sandra. Thanks for taking part and contributing.
yeah.
John Williams has worked on the original West Side Story. All right.
Yes, he has. As well as many others. Yeah.
Any last words there in the chat before we wrap her up?
I would say thanks for Brie Larson taint.
Oh yeah,
Brie Larson's taint.
Brie Larson's taint was
Yeah. Thank you very much.
the secret star of the show. I don't know who it is, and the mystery with both Felix and John being lively in the chat.
Interesting.
If you're not Felix or John,
It's a bit of a mystery at the moment.
it's kind of fascinating. But certainly thank you for those super chats. You paid to entertain us, which that's robbery if you ask me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was funny. That made the night, unfortunately. Chewing on lead paint pencils, too much CP. Yeah. Mr. Still Avian Hangouts. What the fuck? So you guys are setting up a hangout on my shit? Yeah.
What's going on?
John and Trini are gonna hook up and start talking to each other because they're the cool kids. They're setting up their date in my deal.
In your chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk it up, yo, John. Ginny, do it.
Last thoughts, Dino.
Last thoughts?
Yeah, your last rights. What do you?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, just Spielberg,
Recapping?
whatever you what you're looking forward to with war. Just whatever.
Yeah, no, Steven Spielberg's great. I love his films, and he deserves all those films that were in the book. And whatever. What more you want me to say?
All right. Do you have anything coming up that you'd like to plug? How about
that? Expect a big surprise on the Late Late Horror Show on Tuesday concerning Brie Larson. How about that?
Get it. We better get it, Dino. I swear.
It's going to be very entertaining.
Yeah, if anybody could and should do it, it must be you, Dino. Must be.
So a surprise. So check it out.
Yeah, I'm thinking, John. I don't know if Jace has checked in. I'm thinking, Dino, if you want to take a minute of doing an FBOC, just a summary stream real quick, just to because it's been a month.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll shut this fucking thing down.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for watching. If you have intrigue, I don't know if Tim is even around either too, if he's still around, but we'll do some live summaries on the scores and stuff and what the current state of the fantasy box office challenge is, which is something that we took part in, and it's been a month now where we draft movies and they're scored based on their money and Rotten Tomatoes, and we're just it's kind of like a fantasy football thing. We're just gonna see who's got what score so far. But other than that, the next time you'll see us talking about movies you must see, it'll be war films.
I'm excited.
Dino, say goodnight.
War films. Brie Larson.